Hey guys, it is that time of year. It is time for me to film my flip through for the back half of 2017. I do one of these every 6 months just so they're not super long, and I will link the one for the first half of 2017 down below in the description, but I'm gonna go ahead and jump into it. I am so excited to show you guys my spreads for the back half of the year, mostly because this is the first time since I've been doing this that I actually haven't filmed, I'd say, a majority of the spreads in this planner because of moving and just different things that have gone on. I've filmed my memory keeping, but not as much these. So I'm excited because it'll be the first time you guys get to see them. So I'm going to go ahead and jump into it. So this was my July monthly spread, and I loved this Bloomsicle, like, very summery clip art. I got like the Caress Press summer bundle that had all of the different variations of this clip art, and I got like multiple kits with the Bloomsicle artwork, and I just still think it's so pretty. So then this was the first week in July, and I did go with the colorful planner this year, which is sort of different. I feel like a lot of people stuck with the neutral, but I really wanted A, to stick with the same format, and B, I kind of missed matching kits to different colors in the Erin Condren, and I'm not always like super faithful. Like, sometimes if I want to use a kit and it doesn't match the color in here, I'll just use the kit anyways, but I really love when I can find a kit that matches the colors perfectly, especially on like split weeks where one page is in one month and one page is in the other month, because I get to use kits like this where I found the navy and the like foresty hunter green color, and I thought this kit was so perfect for this week. So I actually think this was the first Scribble Prints Co. mini kit that I used in my planner. And I really liked how it turned out. And then this was my super non-traditional 4th of July week, but I really wanted to use this Evie Lou & Co. kit because I'd had it sitting around from the year prior. So I pulled in like Planner Kate multicolor for the sidebar, and I pulled in some deco from a Scribble Prints Co. 4th of July sheet to like designate that the 4th was 4th of July. But yeah, I really liked how this turned out. You guys know I'm a big fan of any kit that has a lot of blue in it, and so this definitely worked for me. Then I did this Caress Press. I think this was the first kit with her original artwork. But I really, really liked this kit. I really like the red, blue, yellow color combination. As I'm sure you will see, some of my favorite kits are this color combo. So yeah, I really liked it. I thought it was a fun kit. And then this was a very springy kit, but I decided to use it in July just because the navy matched so perfectly. This was Caress Press again. And yeah, I really like how it turned out. As you can see, like, I'm definitely using more white space than I ever have in the past in my main planner, and even though there's some weeks that tend towards less white space, I'd say pretty much all of my spreads, like, I don't think there's any true no white space in my planner this year, which is very different than it's been in the past. So I really love that weekend banner. It's pretty. Then this was another really beautiful week. I love the clip art. This was Hello Petite Paper. And I think this is the first time I used Simply Gilded washi in my main planner, maybe, I think. I don't know. But it's the first time I've used it in here. I can't remember when I started buying Simply Gilded, but this worked so perfectly with that full box. I was like, I have to use that washi. The one thing I will say is the glossy paper. I've heard from other people that to get the matte paper if you get Hello Petite Paper, because the glossy is very thick and it tends to separate. So that was very frustrating with this kit, but I loved the artwork for it. So I'm sure I will order from her again in the future. I'm kind of on a no spend right now, but if I do, I will definitely try the matte paper to see the difference. This was my August monthly, and I really loved like this clip art, the kitchen like sort of clip art. I actually got Caress Press Scribble Prints Co. and Glam Planner kits featuring that artwork, and then also this monthly spread, which is Planner Gems tends to mix and match multiple like clip art collections. Like this is from this is from a different collection than that was, but it always works together really beautifully. And I love how it makes her kits very unique because she pulls in so many different elements from different places. So this was the first week of August, and I loved this kit. Like this was one of those kits that I was almost afraid to use because I felt like no matter what I did, I wouldn't be able to do something like special enough for this kit. Like every once in a while I get a kit like that where I just feel like it's so beautiful that I'm just gonna mess it up and it's never gonna be as good on paper as it is in my head. But I absolutely loved this kit and I'm so happy with how it turned out. And then this was sort of like a complete flop of a week. I really loved the full boxes from this Glam Planner mystery kit, but I wasn't such a huge fan of the different colors that she had picked out with it. So I tried to pull in like a bunch of multicolor and like use different washi and stuff, but I sort of just, I don't know. This was when stuff started getting really crazy busy with the house and like starting to pack and like prepping to move in and all that kind of stuff. I actually think I got the keys to the house on this day, which I didn't even mark in this planner. If that tells you like how little I was involved in actually filling this out. So I feel like if I'd stuck with this and like really committed to filling it out, it would have turned out much better, but it just sort of looks blah. But I love those full boxes and I'm really sad that I didn't do like a really wonderful week with this because it was really pretty. And then this was like this week and the next week were two of my favorite kits. I normally am not, like this is something I've noticed. I kind of flipped through these already just to like look at my spreads and kind of remind myself what was going on. But I always say like I'm not a big fan of like yellow or orange kits, but then whenever I do, like my August kits are some of my favorite kits and my October kits are some of my favorite kits, and they have a lot of yellow and orange in them because those are the monthly colors. So I'm like, I think I actually do like those colors. Like I think I don't, but I actually do. So I flippin' loved this kit, this Odd Loop kit. And I was actually sick like a whole bunch over the next, like this whole month from the middle of August to the middle of September. I was sick like 3 different times, which was really not fun. But this was like, I had a stomach bug basically this entire week. I thought at the beginning of the week that it was maybe just anxiety, but then I realized like by the end of the week, I was just like, I definitely like had a stomach bug. So, yeah, so I loved how this kit turned out. I thought it was just so fun and so different. It kind of like, just, I don't know, it was just so different than anything I'd ever done. I really loved the ice cream cones and I had a ton of appointments. This was like all of the, like the house was getting painted and all these different appointments this week, but I had to pick a pretty kit for this week because I was so dependent on my planner and making sure that I was where I needed to be to let people into the house and to deal with appointments and all that kind of stuff. So then the next week was the week we actually moved and I used this Little Miss Papery kit that I actually think I got this at the beginning of August. I had a different kit planned for this week and then I loved this kit. I saw this on Instagram and I was like, I have to get this kit and I have to use it in August. So I really just loved, like it's a very simple floral, so like very different from where this was like lots of big decorative boxes. This is just like sort of floral patterns and it was okay for like bits of it to be covered up. I just thought this was so pretty and yeah, I had a ton going on. Like I did 2 different to-do lists because this was just like different things that had to be done like related to moving every day. So I kind of wanted to separate it out, but yeah, this was such a busy week and I can't believe we made it through, but we made it through and I was sick this week too. Like I got a cold or something, thank goodness. I was feeling better by the time we moved, but I was just like bleh through that the middle of the week. And then in the craziness from August, didn't realize I didn't get myself a September monthly kit until I sat down to film my September monthly, and then I was like, oh, I didn't get a September monthly kit, and I even went on Etsy and like searched my history, and it was like the last September thing I purchased was last year, and I'm like, So yeah, I just did pen on that. Then this was the first spread I did after we moved into the house, and I wanted to pick a kit that had yellow and purple in it for the split week, and I decided to go with the Caress Press version of this clip art because I loved the patterns in the heart checklist. I thought those were just so pretty. And yeah, I actually think I didn't fill this out until Saturday. I remember sitting down Saturday in our dining room because the entire upstairs office was so crammed full of stuff, and I actually think I used this kit because I'd either just gotten it in the mail or it had been, oh, I know, I had all of my, there was like something like this was an easy access for me because I didn't know where half of my stuff was. So, yeah, but I really like how it turned out. And then the next week totally doesn't match the September purple. It doesn't clash, I don't think, terribly because of the hot pink, but I used this kit just because I really liked it. I thought about saving it for October, but I ended up going with it for this week, and I really love how it turned out. Way more, again, it was an orange kit that I didn't think I was gonna like that much, and then I ended up loving it. Like, I almost didn't get this kit, but yeah. And then this was another one where like it didn't really match the September. Most of my September kits didn't really match the September purple. I was like, the mauve is kind of purpley, but this was the week I was sick again. I was actually pretty sick this whole week. Like here, I was just like, bleh. And I had to go to Joe's cousin's wedding, but I went by myself because Joe had to work. And thankfully I was feeling well enough to go to the wedding on Saturday, but yeah, I was afraid I wasn't gonna be up to it, but I was. And then this was sort of my, I'm like shedding hairs. This was sort of my like last ditch attempt at a purple spread to actually match September. This was one of the Scribble Prints Co. mystery kits. I basically just wanted to use a kit to like use this Simply Gilded unicorn washi because I thought it was really beautiful. This wasn't my favorite kit of like the mystery. It's just like still wasn't my favorite, but I tried to pull in as much of the sparkly glittery stuff as I could and like the solid colors as opposed to the like floral patterns and everything. So I ended up liking, I feel like I did this kit the most, like the way I was gonna like it the most. And I really liked how the deco turned out. But yeah, so that was sort of just, I wanted to do a purple kit that matched for September. I did do one notes page and I never ended up using it. So yeah, you see how that worked out. This was the matching Caress Press monthly to that notes page. So October was a pretty busy month because it was my birthday weekend here and then my brother got married, and so yeah, lots of big weeks. This was probably one of my favorite weeks, the whole planner, which is weird because it's like a Hello October, so it's just like glitter and like solid colors, but I love this color combination. I've used something with this color combination in every planner that I've done. Like, I really, really love this color combo. So I don't know, I just really liked how it turned out. And I loved the deco at the top and how I had it like ombre'd across, and finding something that worked with purple and orange was just sort of like, how many kids have purple and orange like that? But I loved it. And then this was I wanted to pull in multicolor. I just got from Nicole Alexia Designs. I love these full boxes, so I got the sheet of full boxes and then the little sheet with the matching heart checklists on it. And I pulled in the Foxy Simply Gilded washi and then a ton of Planner Kate and Scribble Prints Co. multicolor. I ended up finding a bunch of like samplers with this silver gray, and I wish I'd found them earlier in the week because I feel like I would have used it more throughout and it would have made it feel a little more cohesive, because I was just like trying to find like corally pinky orange colors that match this kit. And I feel like that, like I really like this half of the week better than this half of the week, but I was pretty happy with how it turned out. And then kind of going in the complete opposite direction from using no kit, I combined two kits, the one from Glam Planner and the one from Scribble Prints Co. for this week in my planner, and I saved all of the scraps because I will definitely do another spread like next year with the leftover stuff because I have a ton left over. So I really liked how this turned out. Again, an orange kit that I loved. So clearly I don't hate orange as much as I think I do. And then this was my birthday week and I went back and forth over using this kit or using the Glam Planner birthday kit. And I'm so glad I picked this one because again, I think the orange with the orange dots worked really, really well. And it's funny because I remember when she did like an, Andrea is the she I'm referring to, did an unboxing of this on like Instagram Live because I was in the Cleveland airport like right after Christmas last year. We were flying to my parents in Chicago and I remember watching this and being like, I don't know how I feel about this kit. And then I actually loved it once it was down on paper and how I color blocked everything. I really, really loved how this turned out. It was one of just like, I don't know, it was so special for my birthday week. I really enjoyed it. And then I wanted to start using some of my Halloween kits, even though this was my brother's wedding week and I did have sort of like a romantic wedding kit picked out. I decided to do a Halloween kit instead and I really, really loved this kit. I got the mini kit of this and I wasn't sure how I was gonna like it because I tend to not like the super dark kits, but I really liked this one and I loved it with the Simply Gilded washi. I thought it was just really pretty. So yeah, this was a pretty busy weekend, but it was a fun kit to use. So then this was my November monthly, nothing wild or crazy going on, which is kind of what we needed after how crazy like September and October were. It was just a relief to have a month without like something going on every weekend. So the Halloween kit that I decided to go with was Spooky Cakes, which is probably my favorite Halloween kit ever, and it's gotta be like in my top 5 SPC kits of all time. It's like really hard to like pick your favorites because I feel like there were so many good kits I used this year, and like every week I'd be like, this is my new favorite, this is my new favorite, like, oh my goodness, like every week just kept getting better and better, but I freaking loved this kit. I thought it was so, so pretty. And just a lot of fun. Like I put in my wacky holidays throughout in here because I didn't want to cover up the bottom washi, and I used date covers and no deco just because I loved the date covers so much. So yes, I'm very happy with how that week turned out. And then this was a mini kit from SPC, and it's like one of those like girl boss Instagram sort of things, and I wasn't really sold on these type of kits until I used this one, and it matched the November blue so well, and I was like, okay, like I get it now. Plus it has the passion fruit LaCroix in the deco, and passion fruit is my favorite flavor, so you know, apparently that's a controversial choice, but passion fruit's my favorite, and then key lime and mango are probably like tied for second place, but I really love passion fruit. So yeah, I just really, really liked this kit. And then this was another kit that I loved. Again, that like red, blue, yellow color combo. I love this kit. This is one of maybe like 3 or 4 kits from this year that I saved the sticker scraps for because I would do a very white space spread with these colors and like the bits of things that were left over because I loved this kit so much and I just thought it was so pretty and it was just gorgeous. So I loved how this turned out too. This was just like a really fun week. And then I decided to start the Christmas spreads during the week of Thanksgiving because I wanted to pull something in that matched the blue. So this was sort of like a celebratory Black Friday kind of kit, and it worked with the blue dots. And the one thing I wish it had a little more deco because she had a bunch of the boxes like Thanksgiving, Black Friday. I think there was like Christmas and like New Year's or something like that, which I understand so that people could use it for whatever week. But I wish I'd had like a few more pieces of deco. So that was the only like thing about this when I was doing it. I'm like, I wish I just had a couple more things to put up here, but I loved how it turned out. I love blue kits, I love neutral kits. This is like the perfect intersection of those two things. So it was fun. I did my more traditional Thanksgiving spread in my memory keeping. And then we get into December. So this was my December monthly, and I loved that it matched the scribblers, the Christmas scribblers I had left over from last year. So I, again, love red and blue together. So then this was the first week, and this was the week I decorated my tree, so I used the Deck the Halls kit from SPC, and I, again, loved how it turned out. I started doing like fancy stuff with my to-dos up there. I really liked, like, the second half of this week is one of my favorite parts of like my planner this year. And then this was something I started doing, I didn't do it that week, but I used my paper cutter to cut the bottom washi in half, and then combining the kit washi with Simply Gilded, and I did that for the rest of the weeks in December, and I really, really love how it turned out. I think it's so pretty, and I loved this kit. I like the more traditional Christmas colors, and like the red and green combined with the neutral grays, I just thought were really pretty. And then this was an older kit from Glam Planner that I combined with a gold Scribble Prints Co. Glitter sampler, and again, like Simply Gilded the red washi, and I pulled in like a bunch of multicolor stuff into this week just because it was when Glam Planner still did much smaller kits. So I pretty much just did the checklist, the full boxes, and then the to do and today headers were from the kit, and there's a couple little things in there, but mostly from multicolor and the glitter sampler and stuff. So this was actually, and I was surprised the deco worked out so well because it was like all really big chunky pieces, and then it like turned out really, really well. But yeah, this was like a really hard week for me. I was just having a lot of anxiety and stuff, but it was a really beautiful spread, so I really liked how that part turned out. And then this is the current week because I wanted to get this filmed ahead of time so that I got this up by, like, I want to get this up on New Year's Day, hopefully. So this is Ginger by Little Miss Papery, and again, just absolutely love this kit. I love how beautifully it worked with the gingerbread Simply Gilded Once More with Love collab washi. Just love everything about this kit. And the deco on top was just like, just some of my favorite. And then this is next week. I've already pre-planned it, so, and we're gonna be pretty busy this weekend, so I'm like, there's no way I'm gonna have time to film this video that weekend, but I wanted to get this done for you guys. I did decide to use a green Papermate Inkjoy for this week, so we'll see how I like that. I kind of ended up doing two different kinds of lettering. I meant to do it all, like all capitals, and then forgot about that and started doing like my bubble letters over there, so whoops. But again, I love the Simply Gilded washi, and I used some of the Gryffindor washi from the Hogwarts collection she did, and I really like how that turned out. So yeah, that was my final spread for 2017. So I hope you guys enjoyed. If you have any questions about where a kit or a sticker or something is from, just ask me down in the comments below, and I will link you to the shop or tell you where I got it. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed and you have a very happy new year. Bye guys.